Good morning. Oh, let's turn that off. Ugh. It's too early for that. Good morning, Cap. Good morning, Finn. Good to see you guys. So, there you are, minding your own business. You get up one morning, you walk outside, and somebody has hit a deer and left the carcass right there in your driveway. Big old bloated, stinky mess laying right there. It's disgusting, but you got to deal with it. That's where we're at this morning. You don't want to go anywhere near it, but you got to do your part to clean up the mess. Oh, a lot of people wait for you to go live and then they start DMing you. Don't they know it's hard for me to walk and chew gum at the same time? So to avoid repeating myself, I'm just going to chill for a minute or two. Give the chat time to populate. As we just all kind of ease into the day together. Of course, Cap's past his bedtime on that side of the planet. Let's see, how many cigarettes have I got? That determines how long I'll stream. Here's the situation. All right, so we're in pretty good shape. That tells me how long I can be here. You know what I hate is all my life I've been able to drink coffee right up until I go to bed. Just go straight to sleep, no problem. After COVID, I can't drink coffee past 6 in the evening or I'll never get to sleep. And for that reason more than any other, even more than the lung damage, I fucking detest that stuff. Good morning, lurkers. Manacor, good morning. Did you get my message from Carol? Good morning, good morning. So there's the expected outrage of it all. Yeah, just let me know. There's the expected outrage of it all, that here amongst our ranks, no matter how close or far away you were to the situation, there was this big, ugly secret. People are feeling angry, repulsed, betrayed. I think about, of course, the real victims of the crime, quote more proximal to us are the people that befriended this individual. And poor Manticore and Smart. I mean, for fuck's sake, man, they can't catch a break. And that's not their fault. It's not their fault. Everybody that scammed out of hand-to-mouth money. You know, I tried to keep my mouth shut about it. I didn't want to dogpile on a problem and make it worse. You know, no one needed to hear my 2 cents worth. All I ever said was, if you're a pro, then that means you make art, you be good at it, and you deliver. Well, I think you failed on all 3, but that's just me. Kept my mouth shut for the most part. Stayed away. Tried to be supportive when I could be. Cool, Manny. We'll talk, man. Just let me know when's a good time for you. We'll chat it up. But I know in particular there were a lot of individuals that had a soft heart, and they felt like they needed to help them out a little bit. And bought us shitty commissions that they never got. Paid him for work they never got. Okay, Manny. Yeah, you want a real audience, not my audience. But my point being, people got to process this, and no matter what anybody says, we are a community. I mean, we know each other as well as anybody in this circumstance can know one another. You develop friendships, beef, doesn't matter, shit happens. It's real, but it's not real. You know what I'm saying? So that causes a little more dichotomy, a little more incongruence in our everyday life. But what it boils down to is simply a betrayal is a betrayal. And this has been for quite a while a betrayal. Taking advantage of people's kindness, not doing the work. There's a side of me that wants to say, yeah, I need to just go back to jail and do envelope art for Big Brutus down the block there from you. They'll pay you some ramen noodles or some shit from commissary. Fuck. But does a person like that belong in the sphere of healthy creators that are trying to do their thing? No. How can this happen? How do we prevent it from happening again? Well, here's the hard truth. You can't prevent it from happening again. All you can do is keep your head on a swivel, pay attention, and when people show you who they are, believe them. You don't get to hide behind the icon forever if you're a creator. You got to get face to face with people. I use my real name. Everybody calls me Dr. Real Life, but everybody knows my name. Good morning, Gabe. So know someone as much as you can know them before you give them your trust. Not that this is much to look at, but it's all I got, boys and girls. What can I say? It is what it is. But I was listening to a few moments of Hargrave talking about we need a background checks for the community. You can't do that. It's just not doable. This is not a corporation. It's not, employees working for an employer. This is just a bunch of individuals that kind of all do the same thing. It's like saying that everybody that raises cats and does videos about their cats, they must all pass a background check. Well, how are you going to do that? You cannot be done, and it shouldn't be done. You should, as individuals, use your own discernment, your own discretion, make calls that are good for you, make your best possible decisions based on the information that you have. And I've said this before, and I'll say it till my dying day. Never make decisions based on emotion. It should always be based on reason. Oh, poor thing, here, let me help. Because in this case, it wasn't help, it was enabling. And that is far from help. It's my 2 cents worth. Wish the weather would make up its mind. It was 70 degrees yesterday. It's in the 30s this morning. Get out of here with that. Thanks for tuning in, Gabe. I appreciate you. Should I do my broadcast voice? You're listening to WKLS FM 96 Rock. Now we're going to play the same Led Zeppelin song over and over again for the next 20 years. Thanks for tuning in. Somebody said last night on one of the streams, I forget which, the chances are there's another one out there in the community. And please don't misunderstand what I'm saying. Everybody has skeletons in their closet. Everybody has shit they've done that they regret, but not at that level. So we're caught on 2 edges of the pendulum there. You don't want to go on a witch hunt, but you also don't want to be too trusting. Always keep your head on a swivel. When people show you who they are, believe them. If a person says to you by their actions, hey, I'm untrustworthy, and when they get called out on being untrustworthy, they attack their victim. Hello? Huge tell. Don't attack your victims. I'm talking about Hen, I'm talking about Margo, I'm talking about hell, all the dozens of people that got scammed. Cap is one of them. But Cap doesn't need anyone to speak for him. He's been doing it for quite a little minute now, rather articulately. Thinking about Nikki, I feel for those people. They really cared and poured things out for them. Now, the other side of that is, I don't want people to not be compassionate. I don't want people to not be compassionate. I'm just saying, use your noodle. There's a difference between the local church raffling a ham to raise money for the youth center outside of the store and the panhandler that's going, yo man, you got $1. There's a difference. Pay attention. Does the song, by the way, does the song Dirty Laundry, has it ever been more applicable? The Eagles, Dirty Laundry. The boys in the newsroom got to run in bed. Is the head dead yet? I should have sued, but I didn't. I should have. A few years ago, a lady backed out in front of me while I was on my bike. I had to dump my bike or eat her car. Good morning, Margot. Good to see you. Broke my right arm, my drawing and painting arm. Broke the elbow in 2 places and my wrist in 3 places. I should have sued, but I didn't. My mistake. I could be living in my new house down on the beach. Now, one of the things that got thrown out last night, since, I should say, not last night, but since this all started, or came to light, the dude in question is under supervision. And those of you that he victimized should probably reach out to his supervisory officer, whether it's probation, parole, or whatever the community supervision, whatever they call it up in Massachusetts. Make your voice heard. You know, the guy scammed me out of this much money, this one, because here's the thing a lot of people don't understand. Whether it's probation or parole, you are currently serving a sentence, but you're serving that sentence outside of the prison walls. That means that you are subject to a strict code of behavior that you're not allowed to violate. And if you do, you go back inside. So I would just encourage, if you were victimized, if you were victimized and you feel the need to do something about it, you can. You're not powerless. Powerlessness, by the way, is the worst thing anyone can ever feel. Think about it for a minute. When someone victimizes a family member, you feel powerless because you weren't there. You couldn't make it not happen. Something bad happens to you. You were powerless to do anything about it. It's the worst feeling in the world. When you're powerless, you've been robbed of all your options, your ability to act freely and think freely the way you want to. And that's what it means to be victimized by someone. But you're not powerless in this case. You can do something. Margo's driving to work. Everyone's driving to work. I'm at work. It's my job. I draw, I strain, I paint. Did I do something wrong already? I need more coffee. Talk amongst yourselves for a moment while I go and refresh my beverage. Hey, Shadowhawk. Good morning, my friend. I see, Marco. I understand. Well, good luck with your blood test. My wife just got hers back from the oncologist, and the numbers were all good. So we were celebrating and praising God for that. My wife has a rare kind of blood cancer called polycythemia vera. But they caught it so early that they're able to do palliative care and just monitor things. So that's a good thing. But we went through a scare last year. Biopsies were involved, multiples. And it was scary, but everything came back good. So, which was why I was on edge so much last year. But I kept my mouth shut until I heard an outcome. Yes, indeed. Good morning, Tree Goblin. Good to see you, my friend. I hope all is well with you across the pond. I got to tell you, by the way, side note, Well-Red's liver must be made of steel. I think we've all been there, though. You're drinking and you're cold, you're fine. And then you're drinking and you're aware that you're buzzed and you're enjoying the buzz. Then you're drinking and you are aware of the fact that you are now drunk. And you're like, maybe I should chill. But then you drink one more and you go, oh, fuck. Then Mr. Consequences comes and sits on your shoulder and says, hi, we're now going to either pass out, fall on the floor, or go puke. Pick one. So that Russian guy, Mr. Vodka, tried to kill me when I was young because he wouldn't tell me to stop. Never drank it again since. My friend, the Mexican, though, Jose. Oh no, Tree Goblin. My Mexican friend, Jose. He says, Senor, don't you drink anymore. You're about to be stupid. And I go, cool. Thank you for the heads up. I'll just sit here and enjoy my buzz. Brandy's kind of the same way. Brandy's nice and easy on me. Tree Goblin, bless your heart, man. Did you go to the doctor? Oh, just dropped something. Tree Goblin, go to the doctor. Necrotic tissue is a bad thing. It's ungood. Yeah, I wouldn't hold my breath either. I said this. If Big King owes you art, just write it off. He's got no reason to finish it now. And would anybody really want it? If he did, think about it. I wouldn't. Yeah, Anthony did, and so did Smirk and Manicore, as far as the people who are producing work. Anthony's just by nature a good-natured guy. He wants to be nice to everybody and help people. Well, Tree Goblin, look, you can't limp on both legs. But Anthony's good as gold, man. He's a super nice guy. He's great to work with. He didn't deserve the betrayal. He really, really believed in Nick and wanted Nick to be a good person. But, you know, the more trust you put in someone, the bigger the betrayal. You know? For the first 24 hours, ice to stop the swelling. For the second and thereafter, moist heat to improve circulation and speed up the healing. That's all I can tell you, buddy. And anti-inflammatories, they work. Oi, oi. Hello, Amanda B. Long time no see. I'm glad you're here. No, I'm no Captain Infinity. I don't guarantee to read and highlight all of the chat, but I do my best. So it wasn't just, by the way, and I'm not going to mention any names here. It wasn't just the taking advantage of people's soft hearts for money. The guy was apparently behind the scenes. I've heard from multiple victims that he was trying to, God help us all, trying to be, shall we say, a Don Juan, a little Casanova-ish. Which tells you, I'm going to make this point very clear. The guy, you know, with his victims, he was DMing them, messaging them, and in real life saying, I love you, I want to marry you, blah, 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 blah. Sound familiar? Just going to let that hang there. I hear you, Trick. Look, I did the same thing I was just saying a minute ago. I should have sued that lady. What I did instead was I cut the cast off arm and I kept painting because I had to work. Oh, the one that really insulted me that I heard. This was on Wiggles. Was that Vic was claiming, I don't have to draw these comic books. I can go do paintings and make $5,000. No, you can't. He absolutely stole that from me because I was a professional landscape painter and I made good money doing it before the economy died. He aped that off of me. Dude can barely draw. He damn sure can't paint. Woo! Creepy. And you know how I know that? Because if you could go sell a painting for $5,000, you wouldn't be fucking begging for $50 for an 11 by 17 commission so you can go get a pack of cigarettes and some beer. Can I get an amen from the peanut gallery? Yeah, I woke up before the roosters and they were out there sleeping in the tree. So I went up there and screamed at them. Ah! Get your ass up. See how it feels, fuckers? And that one will be. John Dillard's a pro. He will fulfill. Yeah. I could go make $5,000 on a painting. No. I can't sell paintings right now, and I'm in with several galleries. I am in the largest private gallery east of the Mississippi. 7 works in there. If I'm not able to sell landscape paintings, your dumb ass ain't. Liar. Breathe, God, breathe. So, yeah, assholes are everywhere. Liars and thieves are everywhere. Keep your head on a swivel. Use your God-given discernment. And don't lead with your heart. Lead with your brain. It's no different, by the way, than the guy panhandling that says, he wants some money so he can go eat. You offer to buy him a cheeseburger. He's like, nah, fuck that. I want your money. Well, fuck off. You're not getting my money. Did you know I was this many years old before I realized that there's no caffeine in root beer? I didn't know that. I like root beer, but root beer has failed me. It's a good thing there's coffee, right? I'll leave that there for a moment. Really? Well, I'll have to look into that, sir. And good morning to you, Link. Good to see you. Oh, I've got some ghetto root beer. Naturally decaffeinated. I don't like the sound of that. Shigama, brother. Shigama. You meet some interesting people in our little community. Someone said, don't use the word community. Last time I checked, I don't take orders from anybody. So in our little community, you meet some really interesting people, some good people, and obviously some scumbags. The boys in the newsroom got a running bet. Every time you get your brain quiet about that particular topic, what it did, it intrudes on your thoughts again, and we're all kind of in a place where how could I have had anything to do with that person? How could I have trusted that person? Don't do that to yourself. Don't guilt yourself. You didn't know. Nobody did. this. I was hanging out with some of the other streamers. It's I don't want to talk about this topic because it's disgusting, but it needs to be processed. You got to process it with your chat, you know, because everybody to one degree or another who knew the guy was victimized by him, whether it was merely your sympathies, your friendship, your money, whatever it was, you trusted this person, and turns out not very trustworthy. Think about this. What was it, $6,000 from bail award? The book's never coming out, and even if it does, who wants it? Who would want it? But it's not. That money was gone as fast as it came in. When you tried to fund it again, I'll find my comment. And he confirmed there that he had already blown the $6,000 because he said, if I get enough money from FMC, I'll have enough to publish bail warrant. Well, that's what the $6,000 was for, you fucktard. Yeah, he was certainly a deceiver. And I'm sorry that happened. I'll say this. King was good for my business last year. I picked up 5 commissions from people that came to me and said, I paid Vic to do this and he ain't doing it. Will you do it? And I said, yeah. And I delivered. Because that's what I do. Well, this is the thing, Shadowhawk, and I know exactly how you feel. Our human flesh cannot forgive certain things, so all our forgiveness has to be by faith. A Christian, there's people that have wronged me in my past that to this day in my flesh I can't forgive them. If it was up to me, I would want to shove them in front of a bus. Poof. But by faith, I have to say, God, they're yours to judge and to condemn or reward. That's your business, not mine. Good morning, Carrie. Good to see you. And there is one unforgivable sin. But if you're a Christian, you can't commit it. Mm-hmm. I'll do a whole sermon about that one day if you want. But yeah, I take advantage of so many people. I think about poor Anth, threw thousands of dollars at him. Poor Shep was in there just viciously defending him at all times. Deceived. Everybody that sent him money was deceived and betrayed. Think about Rex. I mean, Rex handed him a whole universe of characters and a whole thousands of dollars worth of work. I didn't deliver that shit. I know because I had to redraw some of that shit for Rex and was happy to do it. Shadowhawk and I talked in the back and it was like, we're going to give the guy this chance before we bust him out publicly. Well, we didn't have to bust him out publicly. It came out. The it came out. The it will always come out, boys and girls. The it. Big it, little it. Some people's its are bigger than others. Needed to get with with Anthony to do some business because we are in business together. And this happened. And I'm like, oh, that poor bastard's getting dogpiled in his DMs right now. I just need to give him some space and let him deal with all that and catch his breath before I bought. Ain't nothing so urgent I need to disturb your calm. I don't need to add to the stress. So I ain't gonna. He did say though, last night on Wiggles, Anthony was laughing. He said, "Oh fuck, man! Every campaign I've run, Vic King's tied up in it. Blah 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 blah." And I was shouting at the screen, "Except mine, motherfucker! Make sure they know Vic King had nothing to do with Doc Blaylock." And I thank God for that. God protected me from it. I'm not tainted by the Vicster or by Mr. Kincaid. Nobody's a victor. He's a victimizer. Anyway. It's a lot to absorb, but we will move on. It's what we do. We survive. We thrive. Be good to each other. Keep your head on a swivel.